Tony is here with me. Alison is here with me. Alison, sorry, but I've got to let Tony sing his song for this. He's been on Good Luck Charm.
It's coming home! Football's coming home! Come on, England!
Alison, I mean, how crazy is it in Wembley at the moment?
It's amazing. Just to the left of me, all the England fans singing Sweet Caroline. Gareth Southgate's just done a laugh and been clapping. All the players have come over. The fans are going crazy. I can tell you now. Shirts are being ripped off. Beer is flying. Wembley Way is going to be absolute carnage. And I can't wait, to be honest, because we deserve it. And how amazing to think that England are there. I mean, the last final was 66. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. Obviously, that was the World Cup. But we are in a Euro final. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that it is this generation of English players that has brought them to the final, especially when you think back to maybe the 2000s, the mid-2000s or so, when you have the golden generation of Beckham, Gerrard, Scholes and all that. They haven't managed to do this, but Tony, how has this side managed to do it, to bring them to the final?
I think we've in the past may have fantastic individuals, but I think this is a squad effort. They've got so many players that just the players that have come onto the stage this evening. You know, Grealish, Foden. You know, not in the starting 11. You know, super player. Sancho's not even taken part. You know, we've got strength in depth. It's an amazing squad effort. Everyone takes part. They all love each other. They all like each other, they all love each other, they all help each other. You know, there's no egos. I can't see it in Sterling's, he was phenomenal, but so was Carl Walker tonight. I can pick all of them. I can pick all of them. It's a fantastic display, and it's a group. It takes a team to win it. Individuals don't win your tournaments. They might win your matches, but teams win your tournaments, and this is a great team.
And how much is it down to Gareth Southgate, Alison, that this is a team of unity that he's built? It hasn't got the club rivalry of Rio Ferdinand and the rest of it in that golden generation. How much is it down to Gareth Southgate?
I'm nodding furiously because I couldn't agree with you more, and Tony Adams as well. It's totally down to what Gareth Southgate has done with this group of players. I mean, if you're sitting at home and you're John Terry or Steven Gerrard or Frank Lampard or Ashley Cole or Rio Ferdinand, and you're thinking, we were brilliant players, but that golden generation weren't able to do what these boys have done. And they may not necessarily be the star names, but they've worked together as a unit. They look like they've got a smile on their face. We've been seeing them at St George's Park on their unicorns, having a laugh, and like they seem to work for each other. And it's just, you know, as Tony just said as well, a whole squad, you know, the players that didn't start on the pitch, as Southgate has always said, every single player is going to be important. I just can't wipe this smile off my face.
We can definitely tell us, and don't worry, Tony as well has got the same smile as you. But Tony, do you think Southgate gets enough credit? Because he does get a lot of criticism. Even in our pre-show, we talked about his selection and formation, which was a little bit questionable. Do you think he deserves more credit?
Listen, we're all going to have our opinions. We're all going to, if the result doesn't come off, we're all going to get onto him. I think he made mistakes today, but who cares? You know, we're into the next round. At the end of the day, you are a little bit powerless over your team of players, and you just kind of go, please, can you do it for me? And they are respecting Gareth, and they love playing for him, and they love playing for their country. So I think, you know, there's a powerlessness. Yeah, I think he's going to get all the accolades now, rightly so. But then, if he don't go and win it, we're all going to get on his back again. You know, saying, oh, you're a nearly man. You know, you're not doing this, or you should have played Grealish. Or, you know, because the results come off for us tonight, Gareth is God. There you go.
We love that headline, that Gareth is God. But I think we need to give a bit of praise to Denmark as well. They have not been an easy opponent at all today. Perhaps their biggest test so far for England this tournament. They are, of course, due to face Italy in the final, which is another big test altogether. But Denmark has done so well, Alison, to get to where they are, particularly the adversity that they had to face. But perhaps what was missing in this Denmark side was the last few moments.
Sorry we got technical. From that opening game against Finland, I actually can't quite believe that they went on the field of play within a couple of hours of what they saw happen to their teammate, and they had to play that game. And I think that the team spirit they showed as a unit, I mean, the captain Simon Kjaer and Schmeichel and all those players are having to witness that. And then they almost used it as fuel to send them on a magnificent run. And, we've seen some really good performances from them, particularly that game against Russia, absolutely phenomenal. And all along the way, they've dedicated it to Christian Eriksen. And I think you've got to take your hat off to them. They were very difficult to play against today. And I was very nervous in periods as well. I didn't think it was necessarily going to be that easy, and it wasn't. So fair play to them. And they've been, absolutely brilliant this Euro tournament. I've really enjoyed watching them.
Well, majority in Wembley, Alison, has got to be England fans. But how did the Danish fan react throughout the match and towards the end there?
Yeah, do you know what? It was really lovely to see the Danish fans, actually more than I expected, because they said there were about 5,000 allocated tickets for the live in London and are in England. And actually to see them, obviously the players walk over to them and to thank them for being there, and, some cheering. And it was a touching moment, because they must be proud. They've gone all this way. I mean, no one expected them to get this far. And, it's that they were lovely fans. I spoke to them on Wembley Way beforehand as well. And hopefully England fans don't give them too much of a hard time on the way home.
Well, Tony, I mean, Kasper Hjulmand as well deserves a bit of credit, not because of the spirit that he's bringing on, but the fact that losing Christian Eriksen so early on in the tournament, he had to reshuffle because so much of Denmark is built around Christian Eriksen. But his managed to tactically shift things as well, Kasper Hjulmand.
Yeah, I'm not sure we would have survived without Sterling, so they missed their talisman, and that was amazing performance, and Wales in particular, with the way that they turned Wales over. Alison mentioned Russia, but Wales as well, they swept them off the pitch. But just saying, for me, I think Kasper Schmeichel was the player of the match today. He was absolutely amazing, and it's such a shame that he even saved the penalty. It's such a shame that he's on the losing team, and they give us a right game today. I did feel that changing the substitutes, they lost all momentum. When they they put 3 subs on late into the match, I thought, and they didn't respond to that at all. And it's a moment for me that they lost the game, because the subs that came on didn't do well. They didn't do well at all. They weren't as effective as the players that went on. So, I think Schmeichel was amazing, and Denmark this tournament's been fantastic. There's been some outstanding matches, non-stop matches, and it's an amazing tournament so far, and hopefully we'll get a classical final, which it deserves.
Yeah, and so many upsets as well. The way that Netherlands was knocked out, the way that France was knocked out by a missed penalty from Kylian Mbappe, the one man that this whole tournament was all about. But Alison, before we let you go, I understand that they're clearing the stadium at the moment. Just one final thing. Italy versus England. Is it coming home, Alison?
Oh, wow. I mean, it's going to be a tough game. I was here last night watching Italy play against Spain, and Spain had all this beautiful possession. They were so wasteful with their chances, and I really felt for Spain, particularly Alvaro Morata, of course, having his penalty saved. But the fact that Italy played on that that quick counter-attack, Chiesa, what a goal. I mean, he's a phenomenal player. They've got Bonucci and Chiellini in defence. They're so solid. Donnarumma looks amazing. He's only young, but he almost looks like a veteran, the way that he is so commanding in goal. I mean, they've got threats all over. We know Jorginho very well, obviously, in Chelsea. Verratti. I mean, I can reel off all the names. It's not going to be easy. But having said that, I do think England have what it takes. I think that they can beat Italy. I've said it here. And I really hope it is coming home. The fans are already singing it, that's for sure.
Well, whatever it may be, it's still a great achievement for England to make it to the final. But thanks, Alison, as well, for joining us here. I'm sure we'll catch up with you again during the final. But